Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, the great millstone, who teach very well where I learned this truth from. And salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also shalom to the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. And today, man, just basically getting on the vibration upon the planet Earth, man, because the vibration that's finna get ready to be upon the planet Earth is death. Let's start off right here, because it's not like it's no reason why the Lord is finna get ready to destroy the people and to take away people in a great number. It's not like the Lord is doing this thing in vain. No, he's actually doing it for a reason, because 9 times out of 10, these people, they deserve it. As you can see, brothers, I got an article from on Twitter from World News. It says death toll rising after Stampede during Halloween festivities, man. And we already know that Halloween is one of the most wicked holidays in the year, man. But at the same time, year after year, day after day, decade after decade, these people continue to dress up in their clothes to, celebrate, man. But it's getting to a point when you're high about Shemal, he's tired of seeing this shit. Like we're tired of seeing it. Let's get this in 2nd Ezra 8, jumping down to verse 50. 2nd Ezra 8 and 50, it says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." And this is a part of a great misery, man. You being stomped on to death, man. Hundreds and thousands of people is walking over you and running over you, man. Those are part of those great miseries that the Lord is finna ready to brew up. And it's only just the beginning, man. Just wait until the famine kick in. Because like it says, I'm going to read the article. But when you go into the article, it says 100 people died and over 100 more got injuries, and the death toll is continuing to rise, man. So again, this is the Lord showing you that he's not playing no more upon the planet Earth, man. Let's get this real quick, continuing on. It says, "But understand for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like unto thee." So basically, the Lord said, "Hey, don't worry about these niggas. Just seek out the glory, the kingdom, for lack of better words, man. And be with the men that seek the things that you want to seek out." You would say birds of a feather flock together, man. It's not like the brothers is going out here and celebrate Halloween. I know down here in Birmingham, Alabama, it's a thing every year called the Magic City Classic, man. And every year, at least 30 niggas dying, man. Now, every year you got to take the over on how niggas dying. Over 30 niggas are going to die today, man. Over what? Over the festivities of these devil worshiping, of these people worshiping other guys, man. Because the only reason why you worship these other guys is because of Esau, man. Let's go ahead and get some in Joshua. Because as for us, we're gonna serve the Lord. We can, what you gonna be doing on Halloween? You can ask any brother, what you gonna be doing on Halloween? What you gonna be doing on Christmas? What you gonna be doing on Thanksgiving? Ain't 9 times out of 10, the brother gonna say he gonna be doing the work. But these other people, they're going to be, full of lack of better words, indulging in the festivities of America, which that's ultimately going to lead to your death. This Joshua 24, jumping down to verse 15, it says, "And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord," in this society, it does seem evil to serve the Lord. You can't speak your mind. You can't say nothing about the LGXYZ. And if you do, people get offended. You get persecuted to hell and back. You get counseled. So it's evil to serve the Lord in this Western hemisphere. Read this again. If it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, of the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. So if you want to celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas. If you want to do Halloween, do Halloween. But as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord." And that's it. Because this was going to happen if you celebrate Halloween, man. But if you celebrate, or let's say Christmas, this was happen if you celebrate Christmas. But let's say if you celebrate Hanukkah instead, man. Hanukkah, even though those different holidays fall around the same seasons, It's a holiday. It's a holy day for righteousness, and then it's a holy day for wickedness. Which one will you serve, man? This is the book of Deuteronomy, 30 and verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. Now, this is the Lord saying the same thing, man. He said, I told you, and you can't say I never said this before. You can't never say I never told you about this. Is I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. I have set before you life and death. And that's what Yahweh Shai have done. He has set before us life and death, the carnal and the flesh. Pleasure and discipline, for the lack of better words. Because ain't nothing wrong with, going out or even around Thanksgiving or Christmas. You swinging by your family spot just to pick up a plate. But it's not like you're going to be around. You're going to lead the prayer, Hey, John, lead the prayer, John. And you at the head of the table, you praying the name of the Lord around the people for Thanksgiving. No, man. The Lord said, choose who you're going to sit, because you can't serve the Most High in mammon. You can't serve the Most High in the flesh, man. And the Lord is giving you a decision. He's drawing the line in the sand right here, man. It says that I have set before you life and death, blessings and cursing. Therefore, choose life that ye may live. And that's what you're supposed to choose. You're supposed to choose this word that you may live, man. And this what happened to the people in South Korea. They didn't choose life. That's why they didn't live. They chose death. They chose Halloween. So let's read a little bit of this article. It's short. Hundreds are dead and injured in Seoul, South Korea. And right here, I seen it looked like Seoul. And I think it's kind of pronounced Seoul in the language. But Jake over there, man. Jake is scattered abroad. A lot of Jake. I know in South Korea is a thing called KBO, Korean Basketball League, and things like that, which shows you that a lot of Jake is planted here, man. It says hundreds are dead and injured in Seoul, South Korea, after being pushed by a large crowd of people moving toward a narrow street during Halloween festivities. While they was pushing towards the narrow street, you can see something going on here. Somebody in line. Continuing on, Sunday, the Associated Press reports. Saturday, the Associated Press reports the death toll continues to rise as emergency workers work to transport the injured to local hospitals following the stampede in the leisure district of Itaewon. So basically, for lack of better words, they're trying to get everybody rested. And we know that the people who got injured, if they don't get a full rest, they're not going to cover. It's going to be people dying. There's more people that they're recovering dying. But again, why have they died? They died because they was participating in Halloween festivities. Let's get one more precept to close it out. This is the book of Deuteronomy 12. And I'm going to jump down. Deuteronomy 12. And I'm going to start at verse. I'm start at verse 30. It says, take heed to thyself that thou be not snared by. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 29. Salaki. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 28. It says, observe and hear all these words which I command thee, that it may go well with thee. Yes, observe to hearken to the words of Yahweh Shai, so you may prosper, Continuing on, it says, and with thy children, because the Lord, he gave us certain laws, and he gave the nation certain laws. He gave us certain holidays, and he gave the nation certain holidays, man. But we're the people that's chosen to the Most High himself, man. We're close to the powers of heavens and earth, man. So hey, he's going to be more strict on us. He don't give a fuck about these other nations, man. Continuing on, even though he's going to kill the other nations too, but mostly Jake, who follow after the other nations, are going to get it, man. Continuing on, it says, and with thy children after thee forever, when thou goest, it's like when thou doest that which is good and right in the sight of the Lord thy power. So if you do what the Lord good, you're going to live. Choose ye life that you may live. Continuing on, though. When the Lord thy power shall cut off the nations from before thee, and we're in the process of that now, man, of the Lord cutting off the nation of Edom and raising up the children of Israel, man. Continuing on. It says, whether thou goest to possess them, and thou securest them that dwellest in the land. Now let's go to the word securities. It's a lock if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Let's just look that word up. Because for the lack of a better word, once you surround around these different nations, you're gonna be lean, for lack of better words, are tempted to follow after their laws. I know when in the book of Jeremiah, it says basically when you go into a land of Babylon, don't worship their gods. Because if you do, for the lack of better words, you're gonna be taken out with them, man. You know? So it says, and secures them and dwellers in their land. So you overtake them, take their people, put their people into slavery. You take their land. It says, take heed to thyself that thou not be snared by following them. Because let's say, yeah, they probably got some good food, or they make good jewelry or some things like that. Okay, cool. You can get that, but you don't supposed to follow after their religion, man, after their ideologies. You know? It says, take heed to thyself that thou not be snared, that thou be not snared by them. So like by following them, after that they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire after their gods. Because we got our power, man. Allah Hayanawa, in the Shema prayer, man. Shema, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Hayanawa. Basically our power, man. That's our power. Our power is not Jeebus. Our power is not the Hindu gods or the gods of the Amorites. Our power is Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai, man. Listen, oh Israel, man. Listen to our power. Because he is going to make you prosper. He's going to make you be healed, man. Continuing on, it says, and that thou inquire not after other gods, saying, how do these nations serve their gods? Even so will I do likewise. And basically saying, yeah, how do you celebrate Halloween? Or how do you celebrate Day of the Dead with just the same thing, but in different seasons, But let's say how you do this. Say, just get some makeup and matter of fact, you can get my costume from last year. Like, matter of fact, what I do that, I'm gonna go out and have a good time. Man, ultimately that's gonna lead to your death, man. That's going to lead to the Lord judging these people, man. Continuing on at verse 31, the point, it says, thou should not do so until the Lord thy power, so you don't supposed to fake. That means forsake Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Continuing on, it says, for every abomination to the Lord, which he hateth, have they done unto their powers, for even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods. And there's one thing they do during the Halloween season. They say, yeah, it's for the kids, But even though it's 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40, and even 50-year-olds still celebrating this wicked ass holiday, man. But again, they say it's for the kids. When you go into that word kid actually means a baby goat fit for sacrifice, man. So basically, you celebrating these different holidays and pushing these different holidays upon your kids, you're actually sacrificing your kids unto Molech. So yeah, I pray this video is edifying. I want to say, call Halayim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakwadai, Shalom, DTA, and a Baba.